안녕하세요. It's Yeji from Talk to Me in Korean. In today's video, let's talk about the Korean language skills of two super famous K-pop idols, Felix from Stray Kids and Lisa from BLACKPINK. Felix and Lisa were the most requested idols for this video, and as you might already know, both are obviously amazing Korean speakers, but after watching this video, you will understand exactly what contributes to their natural Korean fluency.
혹시 브라우니 레시피 알려주실 수 있을까요? 웬만하면 공개를 안 하려고 했는데요. 사랑스러운 스테이가 레시피를 알고 싶었다고 해가지고요. 선물로 그 레시피를 드렸어요.
His Korean sounds incredibly natural. 진짜 너무 자연스러워요. I mean, he tends to speak a little bit slowly, but his grammar, word choice, and intonation, everything is on point. For your reference, Felix is Korean-Australian. He was born and raised in Australia and came to Korea in 2017 for his idol training. So he's been living in Korea for 7 to 8 years now. What's interesting is Lisa is Thai and she has no Korean ethnicity. So it'll be fascinating to see how their backgrounds influence their Korean. So there are two things I want to point out in this clip.
레시피를 알고 싶었다고 해가지고요.
Felix said, 레시피를 알고 싶다고 해가지고요. So-and-so 가지고 is a colloquial expression for so-and-so 서. So instead of 해서요, you say 해가지고요. But did you notice something strange here? It's written as 해가지고, but he pronounced it more like 해가지고요.
레시피를 알고 싶었다고 해가지고요. 레시피를 알고 싶었다고 해가지고요.
And you will hear so many natives pronounce 가지고 as 가지구 or even 가주구 like Felix did.
먹는 중독성이 좀 생기더라고요. 되게 좋은 브라우니 레시피인 것 같습니다.
So it seems like he has this habit of saying 씁니다 as 씁다, like 갔습니다, 갔습니다, instead of 갔습니다.
되게 좋은 브라우니 레시피인 것 같습니다. 되게 좋은 브라우니 레시피인 것 같습니다.
브라우니 레시피인 것 같습니다 versus 브라우니 레시피인 것 같습니다. Can you hear the difference? And this is also a very common way that native speakers pronounce it, especially when they say 씁니다 quickly. And it makes his Korean sound even more natural because it can only be picked up by listening to a lot of native speakers. Now, I'm not saying you have to start saying 갔습니다 from today, but I just wanted to point out that these little moments, along with his perfect way of speaking, show how immersed he is in Korean.
제 볼살이 좀 빠진 것 같아요. 그때 진짜 되게 엄청 베이비 페이스였는데 조금 빠졌어요.
So Lisa from BLACKPINK. She came to Korea from Thailand in 2011, so she's living in Korea for 14 years now. As you just heard, Lisa has a lot of 애교 and her Korean sounds very cute and lovely. And a lovely Korean suits her cute smile really well, giving us a lovable vibe. And her Korean is so much like a native speaker. At first I was like, is this even possible for Lisa to speak Korean this fluently, even though Korean is not her first language? But apparently she came to Korea at the age of 14, at a relatively younger age, and she now speaks 4 languages: Thai, Korean, English, and Japanese. So she seems to have taught herself how to learn foreign languages.
네 권의 사진집을 낸 리사. 다음 책을 기대해봐도 될까요?
This part is so cute. She thought the line started with 네, like yes, but it turned out 네 as in 4. 4권의 사진집, 4 photo books. It seems like she relatively has more difficulty in reading compared to speaking. Which one is more difficult for you guys? Speaking or reading written text aloud? Which one?
코첼라 처음 했을 때 그 더 작은 무대에서 했거든요.
So in this part, Lisa said 작은 instead of 작은. 작은 and 작은, 더 작은 무대에서 했거든요.
그 더 작은 무대에서 했거든요.
This is also a very common way that native speakers pronounce 작다. I mean, it's not a standard pronunciation, but so many people pronounce it like Lisa did. Another example is 던지다, to throw, 던지다. You will hear many natives pronounce it as 던지다, 던지다.
여러분, 여기 호주 땅입니다. 너무 떨려.
So I was wondering what Felix's Korean would sound like in a more comfortable setting. So this is a really cute vlog where he went all the way to Australia to surprise his younger sister. What a cute 남매, right? And it looks like Felix has used both Korean and English in his household. Felix and his sister are naturally going back and forth between Korean and English.
긴장돼?
긴장되는데? 내가 긴장하면 안 되는데? 내가 놀리키는 건데?
그러니까.
내가 긴장하면 안 되는데 내가 놀래키는 건데. And this one, 놀래키다 is also a very natural expression. The standard Korean would be 놀라게 하다. But again, many natives would say 놀래키다 in casual conversations. Like 놀래키지 마, don't surprise me. 놀래키지 마.
내가 놀리키는 건데?
그러니까.
By the way, I wish I had a brother like Felix. He's so sweet.
너무 배고파서 도저히 안 되겠다. 김치 내가 안 좋아해도 먹겠다. 해서
안 좋아했었다고?
It's so natural. 진짜 자연스러워요. If I had to explain the same situation in Korean, I would have used the exact same expressions that Lisa did. As she talks with her band member, Rose, she seems to be more comfortable, so her Korean sounds even more natural.
안 좋아했었다고?
그러니까 왜 먹는지 모르겠던 거죠.
Everyone, did you just hear what she said before? 왜 먹는지 모르겠던 거죠?
그러니까 왜 먹는지 모르겠던 거죠.
Did you get it? Did you get it? She said, 그러니까 왜 먹는지 모르겠던 거죠. 그러니까 왜 먹는지 모르겠던 거죠. It's 그러니까 왜 먹는지 모르겠던 거죠. If you've watched Korean TV shows or dramas, you will hear people say 그러니까 or even 까 to say 그러니까. 그러니까 is kind of too long to enunciate, right? 그러니까 뭐 했어요? 그러니까 언제 와요? Like this. As both Lisa and Felix are super good at Korean, it's hard to imagine them being clumsy with their Korean. But then, I found this video.
안녕하세요, 필릭스입니다. 필릭스? 네, 필릭스. 외국에서 왔어? 네? 외국에서 왔어? 네, 저 호주에서 왔어요. 호주에서? 언제 왔어? 언제 왔어? 2개월에 왔어요.
This is actually a really famous meme. So even those who are not familiar with K-pop idols are likely to know this meme in Korea. I mean, Felix's pronunciation is super good, probably because he already used some Korean with his family. But he couldn't understand basic sentences like 외국에서 왔어? So he had to ask every single question 2 times. Considering how good his Korean is now, it's intriguing to see him having so much trouble understanding basic Korean back in 2017. And I can tell how much effort he had to put into his Korean to achieve such high proficiency in a short period of time. And the same goes for Lisa.
그저 블랙핑크가 블랙핑크 했다라는 말이 라는 말이 남아나질 않네요. 무대 핑크를 어서 빨리 만나고 싶어요. 이번에 또 이렇게 어떻게 이번에 또 이번 활동 블랙핑크.
It seems like this video is only from a few years ago, but Lisa is having so much more trouble with what's written on her cue card. She eventually gave up reading it. Actually, Lisa was mentioned that she could barely say 안녕하세요 when she first came to Korea. When you see Lisa and Felix speaking in Korean without any background information about them, it seems like they have always been fluent in Korean. But if you look closer, you will see they also had to start somewhere and had trouble along the way. So even if Korean feels hard for you now, just keep listening and speaking. You will get better just like Lisa and Felix did. Keep pushing forward, everyone. 여러분 화이팅! So that's it for today's video, and I hope this video was entertaining and also useful. And if you have any idols you want me to talk about in the next video, please let me know in the comments. 감사합니다.